Hey guys, how's it going, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please consider subscribing and make sure to hit that notification bell so you're notified of all my upcoming videos. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back and thank you for watching. In today's video, I am showing you how I refresh my red hair. Now, I probably know what you're thinking. You're probably like, you didn't even put out a video that showed you how you did your red hair. I'm going to briefly talk about that. So I did put out a few hair videos, and through trial and error, I finally figured out how to do my hair. There was a bleach mishap I had. I wasn't doing it right. So I'm going to link in the description box below some of the products I use to start my red hair initially. I have this Ariel red hair going on. I get a lot of compliments. And to start, the products you're going to see in the video coming up, I did not start off with. You can do that, which had I known, I probably would have done it that way instead of the way I did start it. And I think it was because I wasn't sure if I was going to commit to this color. So if you're not sure if you're going to commit, the route to go is get the Schwarzkopf bleach. I think it's number 9 blonde. I'll link it below, and I'll put a picture up somewhere. And I bleached my entire hair. I did my own hair. I know the strength of my hair. I know what my hair can and cannot handle. I know not to overdo it with my hair. I can tell when it's gotten too much, and I take a long break and I deep condition and I totally just baby the crap out of it so that it doesn't get too damaged. I also use Arctic Fox. I started off with Poison. Then the second coloring I did, again, I'm going to put up a picture somewhere. The second color I did was Poison and Wrath. I mixed it together. Finally, I was like, okay, I'm tired of the semi-permanent because it does bleed a lot and the color does fade quickly with the semi-permanent. Even though I wash my hair once a week, I washed it once a week with cold water, mind you, and it's still, after I think about 3 or 4 weeks, it's still faded. With red, you don't want it to fade because it, especially with the Arctic Fox Poison, it will start to turn orange. Or if you do Wrath, Poison and Wrath, it will start to look kind of pink. So I wanted to go permanent. So in this video coming up, you'll see how I refresh it. You can actually do the steps I used. If you have complete virgin hair, you can use this as how to dye your hair without bleach, using the products that I used. Exact same way. If you have virgin hair, if your hair is blonde, you don't need to do as strong of a developer. If your hair is brunette, like mine naturally is, my hair is actually black, then you will need to use a 30 volume at the most. Please do not use 40. So 30 volume at the most to lift, and then it'll color on top. So what I'm doing in the next steps coming up is I went to a completely different product. I did have the Arctic Fox semi-permanent. However, I wanted to refresh in the hair color, so you'll see the products I used. I used the L'Oreal HiColor High Lift in the color Magenta. I was looking around for similar colors that I could use from what I had before, and it did turn out brighter. A lot of people actually saw it, like, it actually looks brighter than it did before. So yeah, this is the color that I came out with. And it's nice, it's fresh, and it actually is a lot easier than bleaching and then putting color on top. So I highly recommend using, if you want to commit to this color. Otherwise, if you're going to do it the other way, you must bleach and then put the Arctic Fox color on top. So let's just get right into the tutorial, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so here we go. This is what my hair looked like before I started refreshing it. Obviously, you're going to see that the roots are growing out on top. I definitely have unevenness from the process I did before. So I'm hoping to resolve this entire situation coming up. When coloring your hair, it is always best to section off your hair. So this is what I'm doing here. I'm sectioning it off, I think into 4 or 6 parts. Anyways, we'll see in a minute. So I do small sections to make sure that I thoroughly saturate each section, that I try my hardest not to miss any parts, because when you're doing your hair yourself, it is very hard and you can easily miss parts yourself. So if you have someone that can help you, that's better, but definitely section off your hair so that you can get full coverage. Make sure that you start using some really good gloves. Latex gloves are the best. I love using that. And here is the brush that I use to apply the color. You can pick this up at any Sally's Beauty Supply store. The whiter the brush, the better. And here is the color. It's the L'Oreal HiColor Highlights in the color Magenta. So I'm just going to pop that open, and I'm using 3 tubes because of my very long hair. If you have shorter hair, you don't need to use 3 tubes of this. Once you're done pouring the color product into the bowl, this is the 30 volume developer. Now I am using this amount because I want to lift the roots. If you're just depositing color, please use a lesser volume amount. Now you're going to follow the directions on the box exactly with the equal ratios to tube and developer, and mix this up really good. I like this little whisk that I use. It does wonders. I don't like using the brush. Also, you can get that at a Sally Beauty Supply store. I think it's like $1 something. I strongly recommend using red protein filler. You're just going to pour half that bottle into your mixture. There is a little line on the bottle, and this protects the hair against any new chemical damage. It definitely adds body and volume and evenly distributes the color. So get your hands on one of these if you happen to see it. Sally's is forever running out of it, but if you see it, grab it. So now I'm just going to go ahead and apply these. I don't know why I started on my ends first. Usually I start on top. So if you're doing your roots, start on top and then work your way down. I think halfway through this entire coloring process, I realized I was doing it weird and wrong. But anyways, work your way down. Use your hand as like a palette to brush against your hair, like what I'm doing there, but I'm going backwards. So do it from top to bottom, especially if you're doing your roots. I definitely understand that using the brush is a bit awkward, especially when you're starting from the back and the bottom. As you get closer to the top, it does get easier. Make sure you get your sideburns like I do. I tend to miss that. Also back behind your ear. And I always just saturate the front because I tend to miss that part. So this technique that I use, I go up underneath the section and then do the top. And you can make sure that you saturate the hair also by with your fingers. So you put the product on your hair, you can saturate through with your fingers. Just make sure that the strands are completely saturated. Obviously, you can see I'm making a huge mess. You can take care of that by applying Vaseline first around your face so that it doesn't get all over your face like it did on mine. But honestly, once I washed my hair off, it didn't stain. So here I am just making sure I get my roots by running my fingers through my hair and just taking whatever leftover product I have and just completely just saturating the rest of my hair. Making sure that I get the bottoms. If you have a mirror, it really helps when you look at yourself in the big mirror to go ahead and get those parts you might have missed. Once you're done with that, you're going to wrap it up with some clips and a plastic cap. I did let this process for about 45 minutes. You can do 30 minutes, which would be perfectly fine. Again, you're going to go ahead and follow the instructions on the box as far as rinsing goes, and this is what it looked like after it was completely rinsed. As you can see, so much more even than it was before, and the roots just lifted perfectly. I really don't think you need to do any bleaching if you have virgin hair. No bleaching required. Just use this product and you are good to go. This is what came out afterwards. I really do love the color. It is rich in color. I do love it was definitely more consistent than the way I was doing it before, because of the fact that bleaching your own hair is very hard, and touching up your roots is very hard. Like, you have to take a mirror and look behind. I was missing spots at times and it was getting frustrating. So I'm glad that I did my research and talked to my sister about using this product. I don't feel like it damaged my hair, and actually this is my roots now, and I like that it's still a bit dark here, that it didn't just go just bright. It actually lifted the virgin hair just as well as the bleach did. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you're notified of all my upcoming videos. And as always, stay sassy, sexy, and sophisticated, my sirens. Enjoy your Ariel red hair, and I'll be seeing you on the next one.
Can run from what I feel inside. There's no more time.